guys, welcome back to my channel. So my name is Chelsea, also known as EndicottMUA. I'm pulling my hair back with like a little tissue because I just curled my hair. And let's get into this makeup tutorial. So I'm going to start by applying my two favorite moisturizers, which is the Clinique All About Eyes, the under eye cream, the smaller one. And then the bigger one is for the face and is the Moisture Surge. I'll have everything that I'm using in the description box down below, so just check that if you have any questions. So I'm going to prime my eyes using the Decay Primer Potion first, then the Lime Crime Eyeshadow Helper on top. Now this is an older video that I did film, so I do have new products. I'll be making a video on what I'm using now. So I'm going to go in with the Modern Renaissance. This is the star of the show from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and look how gorgeous this palette is. This is the first time I've ever used it, and I was really impressed. So I'm going to be taking the Sigma 3D HD Precision Brush, and I'm going to go into that really light shade right there. I believe it's called Temptra? I don't know. I can't see it. My brush is over top of it. The really light one, the beginning of the palette. And I'm going to be using this brush. This is really nice. I've been using it so much lately. It's probably one of my favorites. And I'm just going all over the primer I just laid down. That way we have a smooth blend because we're using eyeshadows. So I'm just putting this all over from lash to brow bone. Now I'm going to go in with my Sigma Blending E25 brush. This is one of my favorite brushes. I love it, especially if you have smaller eyes, you will love it. It's really fluffy, but the size of it's flat. It's like pretty much the same as one of the most popular brushes from MAC. It's like the 128 or something. Anyways, I want to go in with this color right here. It's called Warm Taupe, and we're going to be putting this into our crease. This is going to be the start of our eyeshadow. It's just going to be a really nice transition color. It's a good base to start and see like where you want to place your colors. This is just giving you some color right now, and it's going to be really nice to blend in with other colors because we are going to go for a pretty dramatic look today. So just put this in your crease, and towards the outer corner we're making a slight wing, as you can see here. This is going to be really winged out, dramatic, lifted, kind of smoky eye. So just keep blending that back and forth until you get the shape that you want. Okay, cool. So now we're taking a e.l.f. flat shader brush, and we're going to go into Vietnam Red, I believe that is. It's this gorgeous kind of berry shade. I'm obsessed with it. It's so pretty. And all we're going to do is pack this all over the lid, and we're going to blend it up into that Warm Taupe. That's why we put down that Warm Taupe first, so we have something to blend it into because this is such a dramatic shade. Feel free to pick up some more on your brush and build that color up. These are super pigmented, but you want to build them up because they're such intense colors. I'm going to go in with a richer berry shade. This is Love Letter, and I'm going to be using the Morphe M441, and I'm just building that up into the crease more. We're still working that up into the Warm Taupe, but this is just going to give it more depth to it. This is a much deeper, really vibrant kind of berry shade. This palette is absolutely gorgeous. So I'm just going to be working that in, blending it back and forth. Now I'm going back in with the Sigma Blending E25, and I'm just using what I had left over on my brush, the Warm Taupe, and I'm just blending that up a little bit more. I just kind of winged this eyeshadow look. I wasn't really for sure what I'm going to go for, but I really like the look of the warm brown being a little bit higher up. Okay, so now we're going to go in Too Faced Glitter Glue. This is one of my favorite products. I'm putting this glitter glue on the center of my lid, and we're going to go in with the NYX Roll-On Shimmer, and this color is in Pink Mauve. This is so gorgeous. Oh, just keep building that up. I love the glitter touch to this. It is so pretty. Now I'm just taking a makeup wipe and removing all the fallout and the glitter and eyeshadow underneath my eye with it. This is why you want to do your eyes first when you're doing a very dramatic look and anything involving glitter. So now I'm going to go in with that Tempera shade right there, that light color, and I'm putting that on my brow bone. Let me see what brush I use for that. It's one of my favorites too. It is the Sigma F70. And look how gorgeous I am. Make a pretty face. Okay, so now we're going to go in foundation. I'm going to use the Misha BB Cream in number 13 and the Manic Panic White Foundation. And I'm going to mix these two together to get my shade because you guys know I'm so extremely pale. This is like, I love white foundation. It's just, I have to have it. If you're pale, you got to have it. So I'm just mixing that together. I think I did probably like 2 pumps of each. And I'm just going to dot this all over my face. And then I'm going to pick up a Real Techniques Miracle Sponge, and I'm going to get that damp. You can see how squishy it becomes, and I'm just going to blend this foundation. If you guys want to see anything that I do like more in depth, just let me know. If you guys want a foundation routine, if you want to see like anything in depth, how to apply lashes, or anything, just let me know what you guys want to see next, and I'll be more than happy to do that. But just let me know what you guys want to see. And I think too, I add just a little bit more foundation because I like pretty decent full coverage. So yeah, just make sure you're blending this stuff in. Look at that. I like to do like I call it like my double chin look, where I push my neck back. That way I know it's all blending down my neck. It's a beautiful side. I know you guys will probably see it here in a minute. But yeah, just make sure everything's blended. The eyes are so dramatic. I know. It's one of those eye looks that you're just like, oh my god, what am I doing? Like, this looks insane. Until you get towards the final steps. And you'll be like, oh, okay, this is really nice. But yeah, I want to make a current beauty favorites video here soon. So be on the lookout for that. Some of my products have changed. I still love these products and I use these pretty much all the time. But there are a few that have changed I'm even more obsessed with. So now I'm going to go with Kat Von D Lock It Concealer in L1 Neutral. I'm going to be using this pretty much to highlight. So I'm going to put it on my chin, above my lip, nose, center of the forehead, and underneath my eyes. And then I'm taking my Real Techniques Miracle Sponge again and just blending all of that in. Then I'm going to be setting that with my Meow Cosmetics Flawless Feline. It's in the shade 1 Sleek Albician Munchkin. Mouthful, right? Then I'll be using an e.l.f. dense brush just to apply the powder. And then I always make sure you go in with your Beauty Blender or your Real Technique sponge and make sure you have no creases underneath your eyes before you set it with powder. I'm just setting the rest of my face, my nose, cheeks, just everywhere. Now I'm taking my Anastasia Brow Wiz in the shade of Blonde. I used to use the NYX a lot and it's still really good. I just feel like the tone of the Anastasia one is so much better because where I am a redhead, I'm not super vibrant of a redhead. And the blonde just looks really good in the Anastasia, but the one in the NYX seems like it has a little bit of a red tone. I don't know. I'm still on the lookout for cheaper alternatives, but I really do love the Anastasia one. It's really good and long lasting, and the color is just perfect. I also do like to, on the other side, it has a little spoolie brush. So I'm just taking this through my brows, trying to give it just a little bit of shape and mostly definition. And then after I get that through my brows, I want to take the other end, the spoolie, and just brush through everything, make sure it blends really nicely, and see if I missed any places. Like I said, if you guys want to see anything in depth, let me know. I'll be more than happy to do that. Now I'm taking the NYX Brow Mascara in the shade Blonde and just setting my brows. This is a really nice color. I do love this. I went through so many of these little things. These are awesome. Just gives a little bit more color too. Alright, so now I'm going to go in with the Morphe M431. And I want to go back into Warm Taupe again. Oh, and I'm also going to set my under eyes with the Meow Cosmetics powder. Just put a ton of it underneath your eyes because I'm afraid I'm going to get some more fallout, which I think I do. So do that. And now I'm going to go back in with that brush and use Warm Taupe and then just drag this all underneath my eye. Putting down that powder underneath your eye will really help you get any type of fallout because you can just brush it away. And where this is such a dramatic look, I just thought it'd be smart to do it. And I think at the end it really pays off because I'm kind of messy. And you can build that color up too, depending on how much you want of it. This Morphe brush is identical to one of my Sigmas I have. I love these brushes. They're so nice. Okay, I see what I did now. So after that, I go in with my Sigma Pencil E30, the one that's identical to the Morphe pencil brush I just used, just to pick up a different color. And I pick up Vietnam Red with that, just pretty much mimicking what I did on the top of my eye to the bottom, just kind of blend that in. Then I go back in with the Morphe brush that already had that Warm Taupe on it, and then I just kind of work that in, make sure it's all blended. Then I'm using a big Sigma tapered fluffy brush. This is the Tapered Face F25 just to dust that powder off. And then now I'm going to go in with my CoverGirl Clump Crusher mascara in black just to give me some definition on my eyelashes because I'm going to be wearing fake eyelashes today, like I normally do. So now I'm getting my lashes out of my House of Lash storybook, which I love this storybook so much. I'm using the Demi Wispies, and I'm going to be using the House of Lash glue. And just placing that right on my eye. but the lash book from House of Lashes is so nice if you're a lash wearer like I am. They have a smaller version of this and the big one. I got the big one. It's so nice. House of Lashes sent it over to me, and it is so amazing because I wear so much fake eyelashes. Like, I just wear so many, and I have so many, so it's a good place to store them. And there's the eye look. Okay, let's move on to the face. Now we're using the Marc Jacob blush in the color Reckless, which is one of my favorites. And I want to be using my Real Techniques blush brush to apply this. I'm just kind of placing this color on the backs of my cheek and working my way up. I like to put it towards the back of my cheek because it really gives more lifted appearance to it. And I just love the way it looks because it never looks like you wear too much blush. So it's a really good tip if you're really bad for wearing too much blush like I can be sometimes. Just building that color up just a little bit. So once that's blended, I'm going to be going in with my Morphe M143 fan brush. I've been loving this for contour. It's so quick and easy. I'm going to be using my Makeup Geek contour color in Breakup. It's super nice for pale skin. If you have pale skin and looking for a new contour shade, this one is fantastic. I use it all the time. So I'm just putting this underneath my cheekbones. I'm going to go underneath my jaw, chin, and then I'm going to go around my temples and forehead. I just love how contour can really just change your face and make it look, I just love it. Shape. I do my little double chin there just to make sure everything's blended. It's like one of my tips. If you guys are worried about things not being blended on your neck, just make a quick double chin. You'll see it all. But yeah, I'm just running this color everywhere around my face, the perimeters of my face. And two, where like I've gained a little bit of weight, like this contouring is just, it's amazing. It's so fantastic. I just love a little extra shape it gives to you, especially where I'm so pale. It just gives me a little bit of color without making me look tan, if that makes any sense. Alright, so now I'm going to go in with pretty much the star of the show, I think, for the face. The Anastasia Moonchild Glow Kit. I'm going to be taking my Anastasia A23 brush to apply this. The color I go in, let me see if I can grab it real quick. I just found it. The color is called Pink Heart. Look how pretty. But of course, I need more glow. This is the Anastasia Starlight. I just wanted something to make it just a little lighter, which it is pretty light. It has that like pink duochrome to it. It's so pretty. But mixed with this one, I love mixing highlighters. If you've never done it before, do it. You'll be so happy. Now I'm taking a baby wipe just to get all the foundation off my lips because I don't want them to be crusty and nasty. And now I'm using one of my favorite lip liners. This is a Charlotte Tilbury Lip Cheat in the color Pillow Talk. It is one of my favorites. And I'm just kind of overlining my lips a little bit, making them just a little bit more even and a little bit fuller. Now I want to go in with the Charlotte Tilbury lipstick in KKW. It's like a really pretty kind of muted pink. Went so good with this eye look. I'm obsessed with it. Charlotte Tilbury makes such fabulous lipsticks. I love them. The colors are beautiful. If you've never checked them out before, they're gorgeous. And after this, I'll be finishing off with my MAC Fix Plus, spraying that all over my face. And thank you guys so much for watching. This is the final look. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Like this video. Let me know what you guys want to see next. And make sure you're following me on all my social media at EndicottMUA. And I'll see you guys back next time. Bye, guys.